toward the light. That's all you have to do. Scoot a little bit further over.
I don't want to be
Hey, why not? Why not? Just why not?
We're not a couple.
I will let them know this,
We're a couple of
okay?
siblings.
Hey everyone, I am here today with my brother James.
Hello.
Say hi to the world, and world say hi to James.
Hi, world.
We are going to do a cross-stitch tag today. I didn't know exactly how to introduce him to the channel, so this is where I thought we would start. I'm going to ask him a series of questions, and we're going to see just how in tune he is with the world of cross-stitch in general, and see if he can answer
Probably
this
not
stuff.
very.
Well, you might be surprised. You might do better than you think you will. In fact, I'd be surprised if he got some of these wrong. We are going to have a twist, a little consequence at the end if he gets anything wrong, which I think he'll get most of them right. He's gonna have to eat a jelly bean per wrong question or wrong answer. He didn't know this, so I'm gonna shock him now.
No, I didn't, but I have stipulations.
Which are?
If there are those jelly beans, I'm not eating any vomit flavored.
Okay, I'll try to avoid the vomit possible ones.
That's a requirement.
Okay, I will do that for you. All right, we're gonna start with question number 1, and hang on here. The question number 1 is, what is floss?
Well, you use it now. It is this stuff. It's like the string or thread that you stitch with.
Okay, you got that one good. What is floss tube?
Floss tube, I think, is just kind of an unofficial heading for the YouTube content made by a cross-stitching community.
Yes, it would be YouTube videos specifically targeted to the cross-stitch community. Yes. All right, number 3. What is a needle minder?
Needle minder. I would assume that's something that you use to hold or contain your needles.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give you that one. It is decorative magnets that you clamp onto your stitching that will hold onto your needles for you. So you don't have to keep track of them. You just stick your needle on there and it holds it for you.
Yeah,
kind of like a needle nanny kind of.
Yeah, looking after mine.
Right. Okay. Number 4. What is a scissor fob?
Scissor fob.
You should know this is.
I think that's basically something you stick on, like kind of like a lanyard to kind of keep track, keep tabs on, keep a hold on your scissors.
Well, I don't think you could call it specifically a lanyard. It's kind of you got the right idea. It's kind of like a keychain for your scissors, to where it makes it easier for you to locate your scissors. It literally latches on with a hook. And see, this is what I sell, so you should know what I make. All right, number 5. What is a UFO?
Unauthorized floss operator? I don't know.
Okay, not quite right. It is called an unfinished object in cross-stitching. So that's one wrong answer. Yeah, so far. So what is a whip? Number 6.
I know this one. WIP, work in progress.
Correct. What is a FFO?
FFO. Fully finished offering? I don't know.
Can I give you a 2/3 correct? It is a fully finished object, which would mean a fully finished cross-stitch project, like that's framed and all that stuff. So I'll go ahead and give you that one, just because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, she's a nice guy.
All right, number 8. What is a SAL?
SAL. S-A-O?
Yes.
I don't know the acronym.
Come fly with me. Let's fly away.
The only thing I know that from is
don't get too deep.
Is Michael Bublé. You know, I've seen something with that, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess like salvaged, something like salvaged material.
Okay, it's actually an acronym for stitch along. So yeah, stitch along. Okay, so there's two wrong. Okay, number 9. What is a stitchy spot? You can't answer this one.
That sounds like a kid's euphemism for something. I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's the place where you like to stitch.
Correct. I was like, if you can't get that one right. Okay, number 10, frogging.
I think that's well, it's ripping stuff out, but I think the idea is rip it, rip it, rip it, just ripping out a whole bunch of stitches.
Right. Okay. Yes. Correct. All right. 11. What is ADA?
Ada.
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 AIDA.
AIDA.
It's not an acronym. I'll just give you that hint.
It's not an acronym.
Not an acronym.
I have no idea then.
Okay. It is a type of cross-stitch fabric.
Okay.
He's been busy with college, guys. He's not been focusing on my stitching. All right, what is number 12? What is a skein?
Skein, I think that's little paper things that they wrap the floss around. Little cardboard paper things that you have like a skein of floss. Is that?
You kind of have it right. The actual skein is not the bobbin. It's just the floss that has a little piece of paper around it. So it's just the floss with the paper around it.
No, that's what I meant. The little flat thing that they wrap it around.
But that's a bobbin. Yeah, just the floss is it's just thread that's strung like this, and then a piece of paper is looped around it.
The amount of floss contained on that is
right.
That's oddly specific.
Well, if you go to like Joann's, you buy a skein of floss, and it's just the thread in one long line with the paper around it, and then when you bring it home, you can bobbinate it. I should have made that a question. Wow. What is bobbinate? Okay, so I'll go 3 on that one. Okay, what is
3? Well, what do you mean? I got that more. You got if you gave me the other one where I got.
Okay, I'll do you 2.5. Maybe.
No, I'd say if you can do the other one, if you would do the other one, then I got this one more right than that one.
Okay, fine. I'll go back to 2. I'm a nice guy, remember? All right, number 13. What is haul?
Haul. Like in a haul, as I'm guessing.
Yes. It's
stuff that you purchase when like finds, like I got a haul, I got this and this and this that I purchased.
Correct. See, I guess that's a little tricky bit because some of these are acronyms and some of them are not. So maybe I should define which one or the other. That was not. Number 14. What is stash?
Well, it could be something over your lip, which I'm assuming not.
I don't have many of those.
I mean, you could stitch one of those, but I'm assuming it's just your personal stash, your reserve, your amount of stuff that you have that you're gonna make at some point.
Again, I don't know how you could have gotten that one wrong, except for the mustache thing. Okay, what is 15? What is even weave?
Even weave?
Mm-hmm.
I would assume it's something to do with a certain stitching pattern, but from what I know, cross stitch implies you cross over one way then the other, so I don't know how that would be. You go all one way and then all the other way. I don't know that.
Okay, no. Even weave is a type of cross stitch material. You have linen and you have even weave. The linen has variations in the thickness of the threads, and the even weave is they're all symmetrically lined up. So that would be like Jobelan or Lugana or something like that. Okay, so three wrong. Okay, don't get too worried about that. Okay, number 16. What are orts? Orts. And this one is, you can give me the idea of what it is without actually giving me the actual words for it.
I've never even heard it before.
Because honestly, the words don't even make sense to me.
Orts. Is it an acronym?
Yes, it is. But the acronym is slightly confusing too. Just give me a...
Ordinary regular thread? I don't know.
Well, since you got it 1/3 right, I'll go ahead and give it to you just because it's so off. It's, I think the word is off running threads, which basically means the little snippets, the little scrids left over from when you're stitching and you cut it off at the end. They're the little bits of thread you have left over. I probably wouldn't have gotten the right words on that either. So I'll just give that one to him. That was a little trick question, I think. Okay, what's number 17? What is a biscornu? Not an acronym.
Biscornu.
Not an acronym.
It's probably a brand name of something. Biscornu. I have no idea.
Okay, biscornu is something that you stitch and you make yourself a stitched needle or pin cushion. So it's like an embroidered or cross-stitched pin cushion that you put your things in.
Is it a French term?
I think it is, because you can say
Biscornu.
very French, like a biscornu. Yes,
Oh,
it
boy.
could be French. I don't know. All right, number 18. What is krennic?
That is the metallic shimmery fabric. Or no, actually, sorry. That is like metallic shimmery floss with like sparkly bits in it.
Okay. Yes, you got that one right. It is metallic thread. Okay, number 19. What is railroading?
Being placed in a position where you have to answer lots of questions around cross-stitching when you don't know the answers. No, okay, that's officially stitching multiple parallel lines. I don't know.
You got a half right. I feel like I should give that one to you because you got a half right. Railroading is when you take a thread and you stitch so many stitches going that way, all one direction, and then you come back the other direction going the other way. That's called railroading. I do that a lot. And yes, I never knew the terminology until I joined FlossTube, so I'm not really surprised you didn't know that. But
I feel like I should have my own quiz for you.
yes,
in
you
turn.
should. You should, and you'll probably embarrass me.
I can
to
quiz you
pieces.
on exergy and irrotationality.
Okay, so this is kind of along the same line. What is number 20? What is a tent stitch?
Tent stitch. That's something to where instead of an X pattern, you have like it's like chevron pattern to where it's you get a progressive set of stitches like that.
See, I feel like I should give him this one too because the name would imply that, and it would totally make sense to the analytical mind, but that's not. It's just stitches that are just one direction. It's just half stitches in one direction. So I was thinking about that. How is he going to answer? He's probably going to say, are there stitches like this? Totally makes sense, but I'll give it to you just because I think it's, yeah, you got it half right. I think you're still at 4. So, okay, number 21, what is a Q-snap?
Q-snap. It's where you get so angry after a game of pool, you snap it. Q-snap. Okay, is it spelled actually with a Q or with a C?
Q.
Q-snap. Is it a tool? Or is it okay, this is really generally broad. Maybe give me a half bean on this one. But I'm guessing it's either a tool or some kind of method of fastening your workpiece.
I'll give you a half a bean. I didn't know we were going to come down to half beans.
I'm negotiating here. I mean, come on.
Give you a half bean. It is what you put your stitching on to stitch. You clamp your fabric onto it.
Oh,
to
is that
stitch.
the kind of omega shape, like a circular?
No,
clamp
those
thing
are
that you
just
put a
hooks.
smaller-
Those are just hoops. The clamps that I'm talking about, they're just square, but you have little latches that go over each side, kind of like
one of those
think of a lock and lock
containers?
type things, but with cross-stitch fabric. Okay, so we're 4.5 beans. Okay, what is number 22? What is a grime guard?
How many questions are there, by the way?
There are 26, so we're at 22.
Okay.
Grime guard.
Grime guard? Is that something? Is that guessing it's an informal term applied to some kind of material you stick over the thing to cover, like, your wrists, your hands, to keep the workpiece from getting dirty, the part that you've already done.
Cool. Again, you're pretty much right. You are putting it around the part your hands are touching while you're working on the project. So you're not getting any oils from your hands onto the project. So,
yeah, I've done things like that when I'm drawing stuff. So.
All right, number 23. What is a HAID?
HAID. Oh, also I know that one. It's short for Heaven and Earth Designs, and they make patterns. So.
He got it! All right, number 24. Did I say 24 before? This one's 24. What is parking?
Parking. Well, there's an obvious answer, but it involves a motor vehicle, and moving the motor vehicle to a place of stoppage, and then exiting the vehicle and doing something else for a while. Let me see.
Trust a guy to take this all the way to car talk.
Parking. I'm guessing it's either. Okay, again, this may be a half-beat situation. I'm thinking it's either that you just stop working on a piece for a while, or you strategically stop working on one part and you move on to another.
Alright, it's going to have to be a part being at least. It is where you are, especially on Heaven and Earth Designs, they're so big, you stitch as many of that one color in the little area you're working on, and then you stick your needle through and you leave the thread hanging where the next stitch would be. So you're considered parking that thread so you know where you are next time you go back to it.
Okay, and then it's the second one. So you're just stopping doing one part and moving on to another.
Right. So you're kind of just, it's kind of giving you a roadmap of where you're going to be next. And yeah. Alright, number 25. What is Stitch Mania?
Stitch Mania. Well, it could either be a state of extreme agitation one enters into after stitching, which can cause various problems, madness,
Maniacal behavior.
Yeah, stuff like that, or it's some kind of website or user-devised group where people can, go over stuff about stitching.
Crazy?
Some kind of community thing.
Well, again, I'm gonna kind of just let him have this one because Stitch Mania it kind of was gotten. It was kind of brought together by people who wanted to get people in a group to kind of join and do this thing together. Where during the month of May, stitchers come together and they stitch as much as they can, and they try to stitch a new project, start a new project every day of the month of May. That is hard to achieve, but yes, that is Stitch Mania, is technically a group of people coming together to do a bunch of stitching and go crazy. So, there you go. And then number 26.
Starting over.
Number 26, the last question. What is 1 over 1?
Oh, that's, like I told you, and I guess I told my mom before, that's kind of the equivalent of going from a regular TV to an HD TV. It's just higher resolution, you have more pixels, so to speak. Instead of crossing over 2 spaces with each stitch, you just do the smaller one. You go only 1 space. So,
right, so
four stitches in the same space as 1.
Correct. Wow, he got all but, I think I'm at 4?
Or 5.
4 or 5, I don't know. 5. So he did really good, though. He got a lot of them right, and a lot of them at least halfway right. So he deserved a little bit of ease on those. So, hope you enjoyed the tag. We are going to do a little bit of an after the show type Bean Boozled. You get to try some Bean Boozled, because I did the Bean Boozled challenge already, and he watched my video.
Okay, I just said if I'm doing anything like
watched
that, I'm not eating any bark beans.
Well, I'll try. Alright, we have picked out the 5 jelly beans he is now going to eat because of the consequence phase of the tag. Which he's being a good sport and actually doing this with me. He's just going to grab one and go for it. And I'm not sure... Well, yeah, just don't put them all 5 in your mouth at the same time.
I won't.
You gonna try the yellow one? I think that...
What is that one?
I think that one's gonna You just eat it and tell me if it's rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
It's gonna be the rotten egg.
It's nice and pleasant, I'm sure.
Mm.
Oh. They weren't quite as bad as I thought they'd be.
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's a little funky, but...
I mean, that could even be the moldy cheese. I can't tell. Some of the colors are so similar. That could be the moldy cheese or caramel corn.
No, I'm thinking it's the egg one.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know what you're tasting, not me. Okay, and then the next color is going to be the green. So that's either lawn clippings or lime. That one was an easy one for me.
Still kind of being overridden by the last one.
And if you don't want to eat them, you can spit them out once you're done, too. I did some of that.
I'm guessing it's lawn clippings because I'm not getting much lime, but still tasting the other thing, so this doesn't really have a strong flavor of its own.
Here, I'll just put this up here if you want a Kleenex. You can spit it out instead. I'm okay with you spitting it out instead. And then that is going to be either
brown one?
Canned dog food or chocolate pudding. That one was a pretty easy one.
That's a dog food. Yeah, that's a lot more earthy and savory than a pudding's supposed to be.
Savory. My jelly beans are savory.
Actually tastes a little like caramel corn.
It tasted...
Well, they're having to blend flavors together in weird ways to...
yeah. Maybe it could be that you had the, kind of that flavor residual in your mouth before.
No, seriously, it tastes a little bit like caramel corn.
I wish I had another dead fish one to show you. That one was actually pretty good. I don't know.
Well, all fish we eat is dead anyway. So.
I mean, this one could be dead fish, but I'm not sure. So, I don't know. So then the next one you're going to go for is the pink one or the white one? Okay, that's either Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti. I never got Tutti
What's
Frutti.
a white one?
And that's supposed to be either spoiled milk or coconut.
What? Okay, I'm likely going to spit out the if it is spoiled milk, I'm probably going to spit it out.
I did.
Just to warn you.
Yeah, let's get your... I was going to grab a water before I got on here today, and I didn't do it. Alright, coconut.
Yeah. That's relatively authentic.
I don't think you even chewed.
No, I didn't need to. You burst into it. Okay.
You didn't even chew your teeth on it.
Yes, I did. I burst in. I bit into it, and that's pretty distinctive. That is not. What was the other one?
Coconut.
That's not coconut.
No, that was the one I couldn't stand.
No,
that was horrible.
There's certain things and things that are, like vomit flavored. Certain kinds of cheeses, moldy milk that just don't have a high tolerance for that.
And then that one was just kind of okay with that. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, even just a little bit I got is kind of gross.
Yeah, yeah. And I chewed on it a little while because I was trying to be tough.
Yes, and that's gross.
Basically,
socks?
Sometimes they didn't taste like what you thought they were. You'd just be like, well, it's not the alternative.
Yeah.
Alright, he was a good sport with me today doing the cross-stitch tag.
Oh, all of them were the funky ones.
It's true, I didn't get a single, I won't say good, but he didn't get a single normal jelly bean.
No.
But he did the Bean Boozle challenge in a roundabout sort of way. So anyway, thanks for watching the cross-stitch tag today. We had fun. We hope you did too. And we are going to be doing some more stuff in the future. We hope you'll come back and watch us. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.